Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are here for a new show, Vinland Saga Season 1, Episode 1. So, this is replacing To Your Eternity. I just finished up that show. It was very good second season for that show. Both Season 1 and 2 were very different, but very good. So, I recommend that show if you haven't seen it yet, and check out my reactions if you're interested. So, as usual, I want to mention real quick for any of you guys that may be new, I do full-length timer-based reactions, which means that there will only be a timer in the corner, a little 15-second clip to help you guys sync up. Other than that, you guys need to take your own copies, put the windows side by side, or however you want to do it. But typically put the windows side by side, and I'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown. And when I say go, or now, you guys start, and we will watch completely together with the whole episode. So I do that because of copyright stuff. Videos won't get taken down in this format. I know it's a little bit more of a pain for you guys, and I like to tell you guys as soon as I can at the start of the video for a new show. I won't mention it every episode, but for the first episode I do, so that way you guys know and you can leave if you don't like that format, right? Before I sit here and talk for a few minutes. But yeah, I know absolutely nothing about this show. All I know about this show is I've seen several other reaction channels that I regularly watch do this show, which I'm kind of excited to watch it. It won the poll. You guys voted for it over on Patreon, so keep an eye out on that if you guys want to participate in those. You can get 2 episodes ahead of time on Patreon as well. Link to that is in the description if you want to support me and what I do here and do that. Polls are always free. It's open to everybody. So just keep an eye out when a show is coming to an end. Typically there will be a poll to replace it. So except for a couple of the shows that I do. But yeah, so like I said, I know nothing about this. I think I saw that 2020 was one of the seasons, either season 1 or season 2. So it's like somewhat more recent. I saw like the cover of it one time, and I can't even remember what I saw, but something about it made me feel like something old school about it. But other than that, so I thought it was an older anime, and then I saw the date, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm wrong. So the one thing that I thought I knew, I don't know. So, I mean, I guess we just gotta jump into it and watch it. Hopefully nothing happens with this recording, guys. Saying it up front, it's been extremely windy here. Sometimes our power flickers when that happens, and I think if that happens and the computer gets turned off that I'm recording on, then it could potentially lose it. And I may need to rewatch the episode and stuff like that for the first one, which would really suck. I want to get the first episode with my initial reaction, so I'm praying nothing happens, but letting you guys know ahead of time. But anyway, let's jump into it, since I don't know what else to say. Even the name, like, Vinland Saga. Like, obviously I know what a saga is, but I have no idea what a Vinland is, so I can't even make any conclusions. We're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Whoa. Oh, the animation is cool. It's got that, like, the metal reminds me, Wit Studio. Okay. The metal reminds me a little bit of, like, One Punch Man Season 2. With, like, the really shiny metal. Thor's. Oh shit. Whoa. Vikings? We saw motorcycles at the... Wait, was that like the studio intro? And had nothing to do with the show? Oh my god! Oh my god! He is just cleaving through people! Freaking Vikings, man. Year 987. Whatever that word was. So many words. I recognize his voice. Wait, so do we have a Thors and a Thorkel? Are they two different people? See, I thought... Jeez. Dude, I like the animation so far. I like that they don't shy away from like seeing some wait, what? Hail? He just run through. Oh shit, dude. He just tanked it. Dude, the animation. Huh! Into the water you go. Oh, he went too. Shit. Not good. He's very, like, not expressive, right? Like, it looks like he hasn't been, like, scared, angry, like, vengeful. I don't know. He's just, like, straight-faced while slaughtering people, which is kind of terrifying. He just swam away from the fight. I'm still wondering if the beginning had anything to do with the show. I'm kind of thinking it was like a... Like, you know how, like, Netflix shows, like, the N? I'm thinking Wiz Studio... Oh, we get an OP. Nice. I'm thinking maybe Wiz Studio just shows that motorcycle stuff at the beginning. Because... Unless this is, like, some kind of reverse isekai or something from, like, Vikings getting pulled into our world, it does not look like we are gonna have motorcycles. Which, based off so far the opening... I'm not getting those vibes. Cool. I love fucking Vikings are cool. I am in. This is gonna make me want to play freaking Valheim again. Oh. Interesting. Is this show gonna time skip then? Hmm. Maybe Thor's isn't the main character. Maybe it's that kid. Somewhere not here. Man. What are they digging for? You can't, like, grow shit. Year 1002 Iceland. I guess they did that a lot, right? Thorfinn. Which means Thornkel might have been his brother, right? We have Thor's, we have Thorkel, and then I'm guessing this is his son, which is Thorfinn. Did his dad just swim all the way home? No shot. Hopeful, bright-eyed anime boy. Alright. This is how they found Iceland, the place that they're at? Vinland, okay. That's what Vinland is. I've heard that name before. Okay, so he's telling like it's not Iceland that they found. Wait, so why is he here if they found a new land? Hey, okay. Hmm. Yep, I used to think that it just ended. Kid with a beard. Aren't we all? He doesn't have a beard. He has a mustache. Oh no. Hmm. Maybe they'll go fight Arthur Pendragon. Kidding. Who are you? Seems like you are a prisoner. Man, no wonder why they tell stories of freaking... Hmm. Helga? That is not. Never mind. Hmm. Is this a dream? I was gonna say, did they, like, already head... Oh, jeez! Yep. Uh, sister, okay. So, the... Never mind, my bad. So, yeah, the woman we saw out there was Helga. This is... Yilva. Jeez. You only started helping because she got sick? Damn. Deserved. What? What is it? Is it a person? Oh, it's the guy in the chain around his neck. Look, we found a slave. Can we keep him? Yova, probably. Is he alive under all that snow? I mean, his arms looked frostbitten. I bet it is true. Well, considering the show is based off Vinland, right? The name of the show is in the land that he talked about, so... Oh, shit. Damn. Well, shit. I don't know how many of this guy's stories to believe, but if that is true, that's sad. Okay, so he's still alive? Oh, man. Nice people, though, taking them in like this. Norway. They got pushed out of their land. Shit. I don't know a lot about, like, Viking past and stuff like that, so... The first king of Norway, okay. Ugh. It might have been, like, the one... the one true story he told, maybe. I mean, I have a feeling all of them are true, but... If there was one, the one that, like, he adamantly denies is gonna be the one that Leaf told the truth about. He's still going at it, man. I don't know if this guy's alive. Shit, really? Goddamn. Crazy that he knew how to do that. Halfdan? So many names. Damn. This guy gonna take him in? He seems like a nice guy. Look, of course. Alright. What will his choice be? Okay, well. This guy seems pleasant. Oh, well. Shit. They got beef. Jeez, cutting each other's limbs off. Oh. He just uses... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, like the hairs and shit on the chain? Oh. This show's gonna get pretty brutal, I feel like. Hmm. Is he dead? Oh, nope. Not yet, anyway. I feel this guy isn't gonna make it. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Trying to give him hope. Well, shit. I guess they don't. They shouldn't get in trouble for like harboring him, right? The kids they just brought him in and trying to save his life, right? Why are you talking? Oh, is he gonna try to buy him? Is it? He's almost dead anyway. He's giving up 3 sheep? What if he dies? Damn. Oh shit. Eight? Really? That's wild, man. Hmm. Gave up a lot to save a man that... I hope he lives now. That's like if he gave up that many sheep and he just dies. Thor's does not like slavery, though, huh? Oh shit, he did die. God damn. He's gonna grow up to be a kid that never runs away. He looked like a little badass in the opening, right? Vinland? Shit. War is coming? Seems like that's what that was. Ooh. What's in the chest? We must loot it. Just his gear, I guess? Look like just swords and stuff, right? Alright. We will watch the credits as per usual, just to make sure there's nothing after, and just see what this is for the first time. That was a great show. Definitely, like, establishing the world, and, like... The thing is like, in the opening, I'm not gonna, like... I don't want to rely on my own thoughts too much. Like, I feel like Thor's might not be around very long. And I think we're gonna see... Obviously, because of the opening, it seems like we're gonna see Thorfinn grow up and be, like, the main character, right? That's the vibes I'm getting. But I'm not gonna put too much stock in that, just in case I'm wrong, or just in case it takes too long. I don't want to just, like... Be like, he's dead anyway, you know, kind of thing. I don't want to, like... throw his storylines to the wayside. But yeah, that opening sequence, that fight was crazy. I like that they don't, like, with the violence, they don't shy away from it. Same with the guy getting hit by the chain, like, used as, like, a whip. That was crazy, too, and having, like, the hair fibers in the chain. Like... It always makes the fighting way more exciting when they don't just shy away from every little, like, gory bit, right? But alright, that is it for episode 1. There was no after credits. The ending was very chill. But yeah, I swear, unless I'm thinking about a different name, I swear I've heard the name Leif Erikson before, right? I don't know what I've heard it from. Obviously, like... Thor's being used, or like Thor in general being used. Obviously, we all know the name. We've all heard the name Thor before. But like, and I forgot early on. I apologize for that, but I do know that like Vikings are like that with their names, right? Like, because I watched I've never seen the show Vikings. I wish I have. I want to watch it one of these days. I really do. But I watched, damn it, what's it called? It's not The Last Kingdom, is it? It's something like that, where, like, and I've heard, like, the character's name, like, Ragnar Ragnarsson and stuff like that. I've seen them name their kids, like, the same as their name and stuff. And I think I've even heard that, like, how they have, like, Thor's, they had Thorfinn, and then they had, Thorkel. Like, they just have kind of, like, the same name, but they throw a little, like, change on it slightly for their kids and everything, or, you know... I'm guessing Thorkel in the beginning and Thor's were brothers, and we don't see him anymore, so did he die in that battle? Is that what happened? Thor's is a really interesting character because of, just the way he carries himself. Like, he's hard to read. I can't tell, like, he's not very expressive, so it's like, I can't tell whether he is... upset or not upset, but like he's just very neutral, right? But yeah, with the way that Thor's is, I can't get a read on him. Like, he didn't seem like he was enjoying combat when he was fighting, but he didn't seem like he was hating it either. He just seemed like no emotion, right? And then even here, when he rescued the slave, like, obviously his actions show that he seems like a good guy. Like, he did keep trying to save him, and that itself shows what kind of person he is to me. But, like, the look on his face, his expression when, like, he didn't even get, like, angry or scared or anything when, Halfdan showed up. It's just a really interesting character, and I think that's part of the reason why I also don't think he's going to be the main character, because I think, like, a main character in a show needs to be a little bit more expressive than that. Now, don't get me wrong, it'd be really interesting to have, like, a character with almost no emotion, uh, in the show, but I feel like that's not really going to be the case. But yeah, I don't know who the guy was coming in. That definitely wasn't Harold, right? The king. I doubt the king would be like marching into battle. Um, but if we look at that, da, 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 da. Actually, shoot, no, I need to go back a little bit. I want to find where they're telling the story about. Yeah, it was right about here, I think. Yeah, no, that's definitely not Harold. Okay. I didn't think so. I just want to make sure, but the way they zoomed in, it wasn't someone from the beginning, right? Like, we saw so many characters, right? But the guy, he had like a scar on his face. It's definitely not, it doesn't look like the brother, right? Or what I'm assuming is brother, Thorkel. I don't think it's him. It seems like it's just gonna be some kind of antagonist that we just haven't met yet. I just want to make sure that we hadn't, like, seen him yet or anything. And I was just like, sometimes I have a little bit of face blindness, so I just wanted to take a look at that real fast. I'm not very good at recognizing faces. As you saw, I mistook Yova for Helga. But the only shot of Helga we saw was when she was in the distance in that field, right? And it is their kid, so I guess it is supposed to look like them. But yeah, so the start of the show was in 987, and then currently is 1002, which that's what, 15 years later. So I'm guessing the baby we saw was Yova in the very beginning when Helga was there holding a baby. Because there's no way that freaking Thorfinn is 15, so that makes sense. They had a kid after that war. It's also interesting that he just swam away from that fight. Like, it doesn't seem like a warrior-ish thing to do, but I mean, I guess they already addressed that their people ran from the fight they had before to seek refuge here. So I suppose in there seems like they have these stories of this land that Leif Erikson supposedly saw, Vinland. Um, Now, if he saw it, I don't know why. I don't know why he came back. Like, why didn't they settle there when he found it? Why did he return? Unless he returned to get everybody, but then if he returned to get everybody, then why didn't he get everybody and go back, right? Like, or has he been trying to find it again? Can he, obviously he might have just been, like, sailing around and maybe he didn't know exactly where he was. It's not like they had, like, GPS back then or anything to keep track. And maybe he can't find it again. Maybe he's been looking for it, right? But they did say, like, in the West, but I suppose West is a very general direction to go into. Like, depending on how far you go and the angle you go, like, if you're off by a couple degrees and you go for a long time, you're going to end up in a very different spot, right? So, but I kind of want to look up Leif Erikson. Now, if I see anything about Vinland Saga, I'm not going to read it, don't worry. But, oops, Leif Erikson, but I feel like I've heard that name in, like, history, right? Yeah, he's an explorer. Leif Erikson, also known as Leif the Lucky, was a Norse explorer who is thought to have been the first European to set foot on continental America. Approximately half of them. Okay, so maybe Vinland is supposed to be that, potentially, right? Maybe that's his name for continental America. Now, sorry, I am not good at geography at all. Continental America. Where is that, like, supposed to be, right? They talk about continental United States, but I definitely don't think that's what they're talking about, right? I may do some more research on Leif Erikson um, later on. I know I can find this information. I just don't want to sit here and search too much, right? Half a millennium before Christopher Columbus. So maybe it is like, is that supposed to be where we are, like the U.S.? Interesting. Oh, interesting. So Vinland's a real thing. That's cool. I wasn't sure if that was a. Okay. So according to sagas of Icelanders, he established a Norse settlement at Vinland, which is usually interpreted as being coastal North America. Okay, that's cool. I knew I heard the name Leif Erikson before. I'm not gonna look up any of the other names, or anything, but yeah, that's really neat. That it makes me more excited that it's not just like. See, I thought it was gonna be something. I'm trying to think of a show. I feel like there's been other shows where like people dream of like a land they've never seen before. I guess I don't know why it reminds me of this, but in Fate series, right? Alexander the Great in there is like he dreamed of finding Okeanos and everything. It kind of reminds me of that where it seems like Leif Erikson actually, supposedly did set foot on it. So I like it even more now that I know that it's like based like loosely based off history or stories of like potential history, right? Um, so that's really neat. But yeah, I'm excited to. I wonder. I just really wonder where the story is going to go because obviously in the opening it seems like we see uh, Thorfinn grow up. So will Thor's still be around if that's the case? Will Leif Erikson still be around if that's the case? Will he be following them around as they're exploring, but he like won't have his father, so like he'll be in charge? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I wonder if we'll learn why Thor's was so adamant about buying the slave. I feel like there's got to be more than he's just a good guy, right? Like, I mean, is there something in his past? Was he a slave at one point? Did he know someone that was a slave? Does he have something against slavery? Like, those are kind of the questions that I'm curious about, right? So I guess maybe we'll learn, or maybe it'll just be that he's a good dude that didn't want to put this guy back into slavery, right? So he gave up a bunch of sheep for it. Now it seems like there could be some kind of battle coming here, and they teased up the idea of fleeing and how the son doesn't seem like he wants to like think about people running away because obviously that's not very strong of you to flee, and he likes to think of his family as being strong and everything. Um, but maybe that is something they're gonna have to do. Maybe they're gonna have to flee to Vinland or something. But um, so maybe giving away the sheep won't really matter very soon, right? I don't know, but it does suck. I wonder why Yova was so sad about it and like crying. Did she like was she the one that took care of the sheep and she like liked them as pets kind of thing? Or even though like or is it just because their family just took like a big hit? Because obviously they didn't really have like money back then, right? That's why they're trading sheep and not like gold or something, right? It's they trade goods and stuff for things. I think maybe they do have some form of currency, but in this case they used sheep. But that was very common back then. So maybe that's like her family just took like a massive hit in their wealth by giving up those sheep. But I don't know. Yeah, they mentioned Floki. I don't know if maybe that's the guy that's coming at the end. Maybe he was a part of that army that they fought in the beginning. I'm not sure, but but back with Thorkel, they mentioned Floki. I wrote it down. Maybe it'll come back. So, anyway, I don't really have much more than that. It was very cool. I feel like I need to see more. I definitely see the potential for a great show. I don't know that I'm hooked yet. I do like it. I like the idea of Vikings. I think they're, even though I don't know a lot about Vikings, I just like their theme. I like their design. I don't know why. Like, I like when they're represented in shows, because I'm pretty sure like actual Vikings were like they raped and pillaged, right? Like, I'm not gonna like them if we see them just raping folks, right? But when they're shown in media, they're shown as just being these like badass warriors, and usually they have like more nobility than they've been known for in history. Maybe I'm wrong about, maybe they're just known for pillaging. Maybe it's not. Maybe they aren't known for raping and pillaging. I might be wrong about that. Um, but uh, but yeah, when they're shown in media anyway, they're always these like badasses that aren't afraid to die, and they kick ass and everything, and it's fun to watch. But so I'm excited for the themes and everything. I like the idea of finding a new land and colonizing it. I think that could be like interesting to see too, although I don't know how much of that we're gonna see in this show. I also don't even know if Vinland is gonna be something where that's like the end of the show is when they find it, right? We could just be watching their journey to get there. I don't know. Or it could be next episode. I have no idea. So I'm excited to just learn more. So that's gonna be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I mentioned Patreon and everything, but hit that subscribe button on YouTube if you like this. I very much appreciate it. As I mentioned the Patreon already, I won't talk about it again. Links are in the description, should be popping up on the screen here in the end card, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.